Snow fell softly over Winter Lake City as Meng Na walked alone with her sketchbook, wrapped in a warm scarf that barely shielded her from the cold. She stopped at a street corner when a sudden gust of wind blew her sketchbook open, sending her drawings fluttering into the air. A stranger caught it before it touched the ground. His name was Li Zeyan, a gentle-eyed man whose voice felt strangely familiar. As she reached for her sketchbook, her fingers brushed against his, and in that quiet moment the world seemed to pause. He smiled warmly as he studied her drawings and whispered, "You draw emotions, not faces? No one have ever seen through her so quickly." He then returned the book with a soft smile, saying, "I hope I'll be part of that emotion someday." That single accidental touch marked the beginning of something she couldn't yet understand. Later that day, Meng Na sat by the frozen lake sketching the snowy trees when Li Zeyan appeared again, this time carrying 2 hot chocolates. Without a word, he sat beside her, a calm, comforting presence. Snow gently settled in her hair, and he reached out to brush it away. "If we meet again after today," he said softly, "then fate wants us together." She asked timidly what would happen if they didn't, and he smiled. "Then I'll find you." Snowflakes drifted around them like blessings. Days passed and she tried to forget him, but destiny had other plans. At an art exhibition, she saw him once more not as a visitor, but as the new sponsor for young artists. He walked straight toward a painting she'd drawn of the snowfall, and his silhouette within it. "I told you I'd find you," he whispered, making her heart tremble. That reunion deepened the invisible connection between them. Later, a sudden rainstorm forced everyone indoors, but Meng Na and Li Zeyan ran into the rain, laughing as water drenched them. He grabbed her hand, lifting it to his lips and murmuring, "I feel alive with you." She felt her heart opening in ways she couldn't control. One evening, as they walked through sparkling city lights, a motorcycle sped too close. Li Zeyan pulled her into his arms, shielding her with his own body. Her ear rested against his chest, hearing his heartbeat racing. "Your heart is beating so fast," she whispered, and he answered shyly, "Because you're in my arms." Later, during the Winter Lantern Festival, they wrote wishes on a floating lantern. She hid her wish, blushing. He held her hand and teased her until she whispered, "I wish tonight would never end." He cupped her face and whispered, "Then let me make it last forever," as their lantern floated upward, glowing like their feelings. But love is never simple. At her studio, another artist flirted gently with her, and Li Zeyan watched from afar with a tight jaw and quiet jealousy. That evening he asked quietly, "Do you like him?" She laughed, reassuring him, but he turned away and whispered, "I don't want to be just someone in your life." She stepped forward, touched his cheek, and said softly, "Then don't be." Their foreheads touched, sealing the moment they both realized they were in love. One night on the rooftop, beneath the glowing city, they stood so close that their breaths mingled. He lifted her chin, ready to kiss her, but fireworks burst in the sky, making her step back in surprise. He laughed gently and tucked her hair behind her ear. "One day," he whispered, "I'll finish what the fireworks interrupted." Days later, Meng Na prepared a special painting, a portrait of Li Zeyan surrounded by falling snow. When he saw it, he froze. She admitted softly, "This time, I'm drawing my emotions and the person who created them." He stepped close and finally confessed, "Meng Na, I love you." She whispered back, "I love you too," and he pulled her into his arms as music swelled around them. A year later, snow fell again on the same street where they first met. Meng Na walked with her sketchbook when Li Zeyan appeared behind her and wrapped his coat around her shoulders. She turned with a bright smile as he softly knelt not to propose but to promise. "I found you once," he whispered, "and I'll find you in every life after this." Tears filled her eyes as she knelt as well, pressing her forehead to his. "As long as the snow falls," she breathed, "I'll be yours." Snow spiraled around them as they shared a warm, gentle kiss, the kind that feels like destiny. And so their story began with a snowflake, and continued with love that would outlast every winter to come.